Throughout history, humanity has evolved, and with every step of the way, the world of sports has evolved right along with us. This constant stream of evolution peaked in the early 2010s with the creation of the greatest fictional combat sports manga in history, Keijo. But what makes us so inherently drawn to sports? For some, the fame and fortune. For others, it's a means of entertainment. But most importantly, sports are one of the only ways to let our inner animal loose and seek dominance with that killer instinct nested deep inside all of us. This being said, creating a manga or manhwa that focuses on the world of sports is no easy task. On one hand, if you make it too realistic, you're left with a boring story and characters that are hard to get excited about. On the other hand, you get Kuruko's basketball. You're telling me this guy is 14 and Japanese? So aside from Keijo, here is a list of my top 5 sports manga and manhwa. The Climber is unique to this list given its genre as a psychological seinen. The story revolves around Mori, a lonely teenager who encounters the sport of climbing, something that makes him feel alive for the first time in his life. The better part of the story centers itself in the world of alpine climbing, a dangerous subcategory of mountaineering. Because of this unique setting, characters die, adding a level of suspense and urgency that typically isn't seen in sports fiction. As for the art, The Climber boasts some of the most gorgeous art I've ever seen. The icy hellscapes Mori traverses and the twisted panels depicting his slowly declining mental are hauntingly beautiful. If you're a seinen reader or want a story that's a bit more serious in its reflection of human nature, The Climber is one of the best sports manga to read. Windbreaker is a webtoon manhwa that is filled with so much style that it single-handedly revived the mullet. Need I say more? Our protagonist is none other than boy genius J-Jo, who against his parents' wishes, dreams of becoming a professional cyclist. Along with an extremely likable cast of hooligans, he aims to compete in the League of Street, an amateur cycling competition created by his late uncle Mahan, who commits suicide. But not really. Probably. Windbreaker is probably the most well-rounded school sports story on this list, meaning it has something for everyone. It has romance, drama, thighs, gorgeous art, suspense, and thighs. If you're looking for a read that's more centered around characters, all of which happen to be smoking hot, and an exciting drama mystery that hangs in the background, make sure to check out Windbreaker. The Boxer is written by the author of The Horizon, one of the saddest and most compelling manhwas I've ever read, so I already knew this shit was gonna be beautiful. And it is. The story is literally what if depression had hands, and its plot is relatively simple. Our broken protagonist is Yu, a 17-year-old who is disassociation personified and also happens to be the greatest boxing prodigy the world has ever seen. This sets up an interesting tug of war between his coach Kei, who wants to turn him into the greatest, most ruthless boxer in history, and characters we meet along the way who want to support Yu and help him feel human again. This dichotomy poses the question, what does it really mean to be strong, and leaves a surprisingly strong impact on readers given how simple and predictable the story may be. If you're more interested in character growth than an athlete perfecting his craft, I can't recommend The Boxer enough. Holy shit, Real is so damn good. It's hard to put into words exactly how much this manga means to me, so I'm probably going to end up making a video solely dedicated to this story. Like The Climber, Real is a seinen that focuses on 3 of the most realistic characters I've ever seen portrayed in manga. I mean, these guys fucking suck. But you can't help but root for them as they persevere on their paths to redemption. And the fact that their growth occurs in a 3 steps forward, 2 steps back manner makes their journeys so much more realistic and relatable. Nomiya is a high school dropout who dreams of being a professional basketball player. After a motorcycle accident he's responsible for leaves a girl permanently crippled, he struggles to forgive himself while pursuing his dreams. He meets Togawa, a former elite sprinter, who loses a leg to osteosarcoma and now resides in a wheelchair basketball team, where he struggles to cope with the fact his teammates don't take the game as seriously as him. Lastly, Takahashi is an absolute trash can, shitface slug of a human being who also becomes a paraplegic and can't accept his disability is irreversible. These three intersecting stories create one of the most beautiful manga I have ever read, and the chapters are overflowing with life lessons and iconic quotes. Also, Takehiko Inoue is the author, so you know the art is impeccable. Slam Dunk is peak. No getting around it. Kinda crazy that Inoue has the first and second spots on this list, but it's so well deserved. While Real provides insights and characters that make you want to be a better person, Slam Dunk is pure entertainment. Whether or not you like basketball, I can guarantee you will love Slam Dunk. The cast is so likable, and for anyone who's ever done sports, Sakuragi's desperate attempt to overcome talent with hard work is one all of us can appreciate. The plot is simple and perfectly executed. Rukawa's journey to learning to trust and rely on teammates, Mitsui's redemption from delinquency, and Miyagi's pursuit of the Poon are just a few ways readers get absolutely hooked and invested in one of the most exciting and enjoyable casts manga and anime have ever produced. If you're looking for a more simple story about a boy who wants to become great in the face of adversity, Slam Dunk is the perfect sports manga. Also, Akagi's character design paired with the fact Sakuragi keeps calling him a gorilla seems super racist, but it was made in like the 90s, so it gets a pass. And before any of you start whining, where is Blue Lock? Where is Ace of Diamonds? Where is Haikyuu? First off, my opinions are better than yours, lower your tone. And secondly, there's a ton of amazing manga that barely didn't make the list. That being said, feel free to leave your favorite sports manga in the comments and maybe they'll be featured in a part 2. Happy reading.